We continue to search the hallway. We go down that hallway and find a bronze shield with a gem covered in glyphs, a quiver of arrows, and a +1 dagger, and a couple potions of healing. And then we go down Zisa hallway, and there are stairs down. Abel sneaks down and does a little bit of reconnaissance, finds a huge room with lots of murals for Margot and the Stings, a couple of chained up a chained up skeleton, and a couple of other things, but he didn't explore too far because he was boy himself. We also find a northern passage that leads down to a natural cavern that was filled with lots of flail snails, which attacked us, and so we killed them. In the next chamber, we find a skeletal, half feline, a winged cat that looks slightly womanish, although I don't know how we know that the skeleton is female. It has skeleboobs.
It's a bit sphinxy.
Yeah, it's a bit sphinxy, but I don't know how we know it's a female. But it has wings and a body of a cat and a skeleton that has some sort of vaguely feminine defining features.
It's wearing like blush on its cheekbones, like directly onto them.
It's got skeleboobs. It's like I know you guys have seen like the little skeleton decorations that are all like, no, this is not how bones work, and it's like the spider. That's what, but it's got like, you know, like a rib cage instead of like where the thorax is. She just has little tiny like rib cage bone boobs.
Like a dog that has an entire ear that's bone.
I mean, I suppose we don't know Sphinx physiology. They could have bony boobs or something for protection.
No wonder they're so unhappy.
Yeah.
I mean,
just like cat penises have bones in. Cat boobs.
I mean, biologically,
they can't cuddle because they'll put an eye out.
Biologically, like the female skull is slightly smaller in general than the male skull and has a slightly different shape. So that's where I was going with that.
And you can tell from the hips that that's on a human being. I don't know. For Sphinx.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We're not timbers.
We're not bones. Yeah.
And its eyes started glowing.
Yes, it did, and we go.
And a gasp.
Fuck.
Indeed.
And I cannot handle another fight, but let's not make it a fight.
So what would you like to do?
I mean, we ended with her rising. I've got here with her eyes glowing and such.
She doesn't get up. She stays where she is, but her eyes do begin to glow.
Okay.
And the skeleton doesn't seem to move at all.
But she's clocked us.
Hard to tell. All you've seen is that the eyes have glowed. Everything else has stayed still.
Do we just
quietly move? Maybe her visual acuity is based on movement.
It was technically Tanith leading the way into this room. She was the one who discovered what's going on.
Yeah, like Tanith will hold up a hand to like make everybody freeze in case they didn't see the glowing eyes.
Fitz comes all the way around and gives you a high five.
Oh god.
And then he sees the massive skeleton and then he stops in his tracks.
This is how we die.
Probably.
Going back away slowly.
Do we see anything else in the room beyond her?
No, you don't. It's pretty much this like barren, kind of more natural looking cave.
They don't look chained at all, do they? They look pretty free to do whatever they want.
Yeah, she's just sitting on like a pedestal.
Do you think this is what the cultists were trying to seal in?
I'm gonna be completely honest and say I don't care. Should we just leave?
Does the pedestal still have anything written on it? Can we tell from this distance?
No, it doesn't seem like there's anything written on it.
Okay. I think there is no reason to disturb her. Them.
What if? What do we know of sphinxes?
Make me a history check.
History. Oh shit.
I'm on for
I'm actually proficient in that. Yeah, 10, Tanith. I'm not used to having characters with proficiency in natural 20. It's a 24.
You know, sphinxes are generally good, very wise, very ancient creatures, highly magical, and I mean the sphinx is like.
Yeah. What would one be doing in a temple to a goddess of murder, does Tanith think?
And also skeletal.
Hard to tell, but you know, undead skeleton sphinxes are not something that you've like come across in your research.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think maybe we should try and talk to her. I think it's a girl. For some reason, I feel like that's a girl.
Have
Do
you
you
ever
wanna-
heard of
I mean, you said you were Tempest Brennan, but then you just crit on your Sphinx check. So
Apparently.
maybe you do know how
Yeah.
to gender the
Have you ever-
skeleton.
have you ever
Well,
encountered
you
a male
know, a gynosphinx and a
Andro.
androsphinx. The gynosphinx are much smaller. This one appears to be.
Let's be real. I don't know if I've ever experienced a male sphinx.
They exist in D&D.
They
Okay.
do.
Yeah, androsphinx and gynosphinxes are the difference.
So, do you want to take the lead on this then, Tanith?
I can. No one else does?
I'll come with you.
If you want, you seem to be the expert.
I'm podcast.
The angel talk didn't go so well, but
Well, we all have bad days.
I'm
I
just
believe
saying
in you,
this one
Tanith.
might end up in our deaths. But you know, good luck.
Okay.
I
You guys can
believe
stay
in
back
you.
here. You guys can stay back here if you want.
Fitz is
No.
gonna come with you.
I'm coming with you. I gotta see how this goes.
Okay. Tanith is going to hold up Lightbringer and let it like shine light,
Mm-hmm.
but
The undead
as
killing maze.
yeah, but like trying to do it as like in a torch like gesture, not like she's trying to like she's not being all like hurrah. She's
Right.
like holding it up for light, and she'll slowly approach.
Okay. You slowly approach. There's no change that comes over the Sphinx.
Are you alive?
There's like a brief moment of silence before you hear a response. The Sphinx doesn't move or anything, but you hear this like sound kind of echoing out from the bones, and it just says, "My body was once, but now only my mind lives on."
Are you trapped here?
Not against my will.
And what is your purpose?
I am and have been something of a jailer here.
What have you been keeping in check?
I think you know the answer to that.
The one that should not be raised again?
That's correct.
Okay. Good. So you're not in league with the giant murder goddess.
I am not. The voice kind of sounds like slightly amused by your description.
Inside.
You can insight if you want. Danica's cool.
I'm okay.
So I take it the cultists trapped you in here to try and weaken you?
No. I locked myself away in here that I might give my energy to protecting the tomb. But unfortunately, I have died and grown weak. Too weak to stop the old earth.
Is there anything we can do to help you? Been dead longer than a minute, I'm assuming.
I have. And soon, when this husk falls away, my mind will be free. But until then, there is little I can do.
Did you meet Mr. Mesa? Mesa.
What?
I do not know of who you speak.
Okay.
So he apparently didn't find this place.
You feel
Oh,
it's,
the explorer
it's-
guy.
You feel it's likely he would have written that in his journal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
well, yeah, you're right. I thought check, you never know.
Oh, no, reasonable check. I'm just like, you don't think she's lying to you.
Oh. What is your name?
I do not remember.
Would you like one?
I feel that I am beyond the need for such things.
Fitz shakes his head. No one is beyond needing a name.
I know the cultists here have been trying to strengthen, Tanith kind of shifts uncomfortably, not knowing if she says the name, if it makes the goddess stronger. So she just kind of says, like, the crazy murder goddess again.
They have been trying, yes. And I've been
So
working
if we were-
against them as best I can, but it has not been easy.
Well, I've got good news for you. That is also why we are here.
That is good news.
Do you know of, shit, what's his name?
The Man of Ferns?
What?
The Man of Ferns. Was that good?
Yeah, the god of Fern, the green god. Just trying to find the name of it.
The Man of Ferns is what he currently goes by.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Underlined. Do you know the Man of Ferns?
He was my friend once, I think. It's just been a long time.
You remember what happened to him?
I do not remember anything.
You don't having trouble with your memory because you're getting old, or is
I
that
have
some
been here
sort
for
of
a
effect?
very, very long time.
That's what happens when you don't know your name.
Yeah, but my point is, Fitz, that the Man of Fern is also having memory problems. According to Dalvin. Danav.
So when you don't have a remember things with, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah. Sir, if we were to take care of,
The murder goddess.
the murder goddess down below, do you think you could do something to help the Man of Ferns before you move on?
I'm
Keep this from
afraid
happening again?
I'm afraid I think that is doubtful. I am not much longer for this lifetime.
Well, then I guess we better work quick, because if you go, then she goes, right?
I suppose.
Any advice on how to deal with her? We're only a couple of weirdos in armor. It took a god last time.
I do not have any advice for you, I'm afraid. For I barely remember the charge whom I have control over. All I know is that I must persist, and so I do.
Who placed you here?
I did.
No one asked you to stay?
Not that I remember.
Just curious if you had other allies than the Mana Ferns.
Perhaps I do, but if so, they are long forgotten.
It's been causing a lot of trouble around a lot of places. It's not the first time we've dealt with them. I don't think it'll be the last. I was hoping you had some allies. We could seek out information.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
It's quite alright.
Can I approach?
You may?
He's asking. He's asking.
Yeah.
Okay. I know she's up on the pedestal. Can he kind of like, like elven step, kick off something, kind of get up? But
Sure.
not necessarily.
Yeah. It's not super high.
Okay. Is there any artifact or remains or a scroll or a symbol or like anything of evidence that would help with our fight around her? Something she held on to before she withered away or was sitting on top of?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Can I guide him?
Yeah. Okay.
Guidance dice. Guidance dice.
Your prettiest D4.
So I rolled 13 plus 7 for my investigation plus another 2 for the guidance dice. So 22.
22. Yeah. You do find something. You find a small kind of. It's something like a shield boss type thing, like small kind of metallic emblem, almost like a heraldic in nature, and you see there's like two kind of crossed thorn wands with what appears to be antlers behind it, and a pair of wings behind that, forming like this sort of three-tiered
Rest.
yeah.
Can I just ask, the wings, are they more like draconic scaly or like birdie feathery or
Birdie feathery.
presumably not bat? Yeah, I thought so. So like you said, a shield boss, like it might have come from a shield of someone who worshipped this guy,
Perhaps.
or
Yeah.
I don't know, a symbol that they carried.
Yeah.
Is it a symbol with wings on it?
Two thorned wands crossed above an antler, like a set of antlers, itself above feathered wings, or on top of, rather, not above. But so it's like a 3-tiered crest that he found.
Like a wand or a crest?
2 thorned wands. It's
There,
like a shield
there is a
emblem.
crest
It's an emblem.
depicting
It's a crest.
2
Okay.
thorn wands, antlers, and wings.
So I'm guessing. So he will reverently take that, presumably. It doesn't cause her any trouble,
No.
and land. She doesn't. Her eyes don't go red. And trigger
No,
the boss
no, no.
fight. And he'll show it because I presume we haven't seen something like this before. But perhaps this was the crest of the Man of Thorns, or himself and 2 allies. A triumvirate. If he is the Thorns, maybe there is someone of the antlers and someone of the wings, or those are 3 of his aspects.
I don't like the antlers. Kind of seem like his vibe because he's the man of ferns. That seems more.
Druid.
All that case,
Yeah.
it's all well.
Yeah, it's all very
fairly
druidy.
naturey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he has wings and antlers and thorn ones. Who knows?
I want that.
You want
I-
all of those?
I need you to draw that, Rob. It would make a great tattoo.
Sure. That would make a great tattoo.
When we finally get this holiday, it sees just arose, but it has wings and antlers and thorn ones. Perhaps this will help in some studies. So she can't. I know her eyes are glowing. Can we? I know she has forgotten everything. But can she perceive us if I held up the symbol? Do you witness this?
I can see it, yes.
Does it have meaning to you, or is that gone too?
Spent all the time I can remember gazing at that and trying to remember what it means. I don't know.
Well, let us take this burden. One less thing for you to remember.
Thank you. That is very kind of you. You can hear like there's a lot of emotion in the voice.
Yeah, Tanith is gonna come over and like kneel down in front of the Andra Sphinx and like
Gyna.
lay Gyna Sphinx, excuse me, and like lay a hand on her shoulder, start praying to the Silver Wind. She doesn't really have anything magically, mechanically, game-wise that can help an undead thing that needs this kind of thing, but her channel divinity has like some cool like life gimmick things, so she's gonna try and do what she can to kind of bolster the Gyna Sphinx.
What does your like prayer consist of? What are you saying? What are you praying for?
Basically praying for her to have the strength and resolve to last as long as she needs to, and whenever her calling is done, that she finds peace and rest, and like those things that she's lost come home.
I like it. Okay. She thanks you for your effort, and tells you that She will bear this burden as long as she can. Give you enough time to do
Yeah.
what needs to be done.
Basically, Tanith was trying to recharge her batteries so that
Yeah.
she can last longer.
But also kind of if she doesn't has to concentrate on the crest, then she might have more mental capacity for the fight as well. So
Potentially,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll go.
Restfell, Schädelkatze.
Dog.
Goodbye, my
I
friends.
knew that.
you have how you spelt Shader Katze or
Yes, I do. As soon as I find out how to.
okay. Can you send it
It's
to me?
is the German shadow cat? No.
I mean, I guess something
Huh?
like that.
Skullcat.
Skull cat, yeah.
I guess something, but I still don't know how to spell the German for skullcat. So
Well, why
The
not?
The A has a little umlaut. The first A has a little umlaut over it. The two dots, not the umlaut, two dots. I
That
can't
is an
figure out
umlaut.
in here, so just enjoy that.
why have I lost the hangout? There it
Oh,
is.
no.
It's gone forever.
Hangout. Okay, cool.
I spelled that right. I thought so.
Do you think it would be possible to take a bit of a rest?
Yeah, I would be down for a short rest. Give me time to attune to the new shield.
I mean, as long as she's down for a short rest too, I guess. The Shader Katze.
I mean, we can just stay where the pudding was, if need be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just go around the corner and just start having a picnic.
I like it. Okay. You take a
Short
short
rest.
rest. Yeah.
Tanith is going to try to attune to the new shield because it doesn't look
Okay.
like it belongs here.
It is a
Ooh.
spell guard shield.
Mm.
I didn't realize I got my spells back after a short rest.
Yeah, you're a warlock, bro. Everything's on short rest for you.
So,
Uh,
except for my stick. My stick's a long rest.
the Pack of the
But-
Rod Keeper thing.
So is mine.
That's just the
Rod of the Pack Keeper.
That's the one.
same generic spell guard shield.
Yeah, just the standard.
Okay, that's the one that Mina has.
It's a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
If we do go elsewhere, I'm going to light a candle, one of the candles I have, and place it on the plinth with her, with the Sphinx, and then leave.
Okay.
Okay. I'm a little bit up.
All right. Yeah. So you take a short rest, catching your breath after what has been a pretty rough, difficult, tiring day so far. And your rest comes to an end without issue. And it's time for you to continue on.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, can we get like a quick recap of what Avel saw? And I'm sure that he told us during the intern
I did.
short rest.
I already informed everybody.
Yeah,
when
I'm
returned.
wanting
Yeah,
a
he's
recap because it's
like
been,
a
2
recap
weeks
for
since
C.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to give it, Dan, or yeah, you give it actually, because then you know what I've told you and what I haven't.
I mean, what I remember at least was
Mm-hmm.
you come down to the stairs into that smaller room, which was
Mhm.
empty of threats, and it's kind of this antechamber to the larger room, 1216 or whatever,
Mhm.
which was a huge mural room of
Yeah.
the murder goddess,
Okay.
and then that side chamber coming off 1219. It's quite small.
12.1 maybe? Or no?
Uh,
Yeah, the one lower, the
the one on
lower
the
one.
bottom left.
Yeah.
Yes,
2.9.
that was like
Yeah.
that's 2.9. Okay, just lots of lines.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's kind of like was a audience chamber of a sort.
Mhm.
Um, so still more like fancy murals, but like, was that like an altar or a table or something, or like seat something? It was. There was some
It
sort
look-
of layout that it was for meetings or
Yeah.
something like that.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like a kind of big like throne.
Yes. So
Two
okay.
point seven is where you saw the skeleton body, the body chained up.
Yeah, the little oubliette
Okay.
thing. There was a skeleton chained up in like a supplicant position,
Yeah.
but there was nothing special about the chains or the room or anything, or the person, it seemed, or
I
just
do
a
not know how
dude
to spell
suffering.
oubliette. I have tried 3 times now. Okay. Sorry.
But the
It's
best
also called a forget-me-not. It's basically
Mhm.
where you throw people in a castle. It was like
Yeah.
lesser than prisons, where you throw them into a little chamber and just leave them to die. Not very pleasant. Then there was big noises, shifting noises,
Mm-hmm.
in the room above
Okay.
that, and so he backed away because something was moving with his presence.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then there's the corridor north that I didn't go any further along, and then that side room had
Mhm.
shuffling noises that didn't seem particularly quick, and it sounded perhaps like pacing on the spot kind of thing, like walking backwards and forwards, but not very quickly. And there was no talking or anything.
Okay.
So it wasn't like someone talking to themselves stressed like a cultist. I got potential like undead things. It was more like shuffling of undead potentially, but that wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily confirmed.
Okay.
Was that about everything, Rob?
Um. Pretty much seems that way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you missed anything.
And I think it was generally dark down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we want to head first? Towards the audience chamber, or do we want to investigate the shuffling noise to the 2.3?
So I strictly didn't like investigate in great deal any of the
Mhm,
chambers,
mhm.
just moved through them. So there might be things that I've missed, or
In those
know,
chambers themselves. Okay.
yeah, cubbies or something, or details that may be pertinent. But I moved fairly quickly and quietly.
We've been mostly quiet until like the snail fight, and then they did a bunch of screaming. So we should be careful coming down just in case they might have heard us aggroing the
Mm.
immolating flail snails.
Quite possibly. It's obviously I didn't hear any particular cult activity down there, and more the shuffling of potentially undead or beasts or something, which is
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know how far deep the cultists went, or if the cultists we killed were basically most of the cultists,
Yeah, they said the people we questioned said that there was like a dozen, right? And we killed 9?
including the ones outside.
No, not including the ones outside. So if we include the ones outside, that's a dozen. So he might have been, including him and his fellows to throw us off, but
Maybe.
because it was 3 and it was 6, so we could be cultist free, but we shouldn't assume it's a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly didn't see any kind of tomb
Yeah.
or where the goddess lies. Perhaps they are deeper still, practicing their profane rituals or whatever. But
What do you guys think? Shuffling sounds to the 2.3, or should we head up to the what was the adjective for the furthest north?
it was big.
big.
It was the shifting of a big creature that we had
Yeah.
in my presence. So
Mhm.
I think it can perhaps smell us. It might be harder to stealth from that creature because I don't believe I was successful. But I think it was too big to follow me through the door. Otherwise, it may have done so. Either that or it was slow.
All right,
Okay.
continue.
So
2.3 then?
yes, maybe go for the shuffling of the potential undead.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right. Yeah. So you guys move through up this way, like immediately sensing that it's much warmer up here, or down here.
Down
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Than it was before, and there's like this building heat, which seems in line with what you've read. You cross 2.2. There's like a square kind of hallway almost. And peer into room 2.3.
Is there anything in 2.2 that's worth investigating?
Give me an investigation check.
Do you want me to?
Anyone
look
who
around?
wishes to can.
Okay.
I will aid and guide Aphel.
And the guidance. That is 19 plus 4 for 23.
All right. Doesn't seem like there's anything in here other than like a few kind of utility items. You see like an old pair of manacles and that sort of thing. But nothing like of interest in this room. It definitely seems like more of a hallway.
No secret passageway. Check. Got it.
So you arrive at this room and peer up it. It's a like really large kind of open rectangular room, and you see like kind of at the far end, the sort of north side, is what appears to be like a large tree stump, almost 6 feet tall, and like somehow, despite the fact that it's been felled and there's no soil and it's very hot down here and there doesn't seem to be any water, like the leaves are still growing green, and there is like
On a stump?
on a stump, like there's
like spindly little
yeah,
twigs and stuff.
like
Okay.
it does seem like there is still some life left in it. Kind of patrolling around it are these like 3 strange devil creatures, like white sort of alabaster skin, these like large scaly wings, like long kind of, they almost look like vaguely draconic, but they have heads like more like serpentine than lizard like, and they're carrying these wicked looking long swords. And you see that there's 3 of them just sort of appear to what appears to be guarding the stump.
And just double back round the crevice or whatever, just back into the room just for a moment. Because I presume one of us looked or something, and
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do.
yeah. Basically, if it was me, I'd fill everyone in and go, it looks like the Man of Ferns still grows here, but they keep it locked down, repressed. These demonic figures, if I describe them, can the more religious people or something make a
they
check
can certainly
about it,
make
or check,
an Arcana check.
How tall are they? 6 foot or something,
Yeah,
8
maybe
feet?
like 6.5 feet tall. Like they're big, but they're not.
Okay.
They're human size, but on the large.
Fortunately, I regret to inform you that is a 7.
You don't know.
Is it an Arcana or a History? Sorry.
Arcana.
I mean, I got a 5.
I got a 15.
No, none of you know what these are.
Okay. Fits.
Dangerous is what they are.
Have you ever had run-ins with demons?
Not normally, but I rolled anyway, and I got a 15.
Nope.
Same with me.
No, if we should do whatever we can to strengthen the Man of Fern's hold on this place. Maybe he'll, shake whatever fugue he's got and come help us if we clear out buttholes from around his vestige or something.
I would probably feel a lot safer if we didn't have these 3 buttholes behind us.
Although I probably want to take out the whole demon and not just the butthole.
Any idea how to do it?
Our normal way? Hitting them hard until they stop being?
Alright.
Is there any...
Tried to banish one of them, but I don't have a whole lot of spell slots of that.
Well, if I will have an honest conversation, feel free.
Yeah, he's like, hey, can we make a deal with you? Fuck off, and we won't kill you. You know what? In fact, that's what Tanith is gonna do. No,
So you laugh at trying diplomacy.
I mean, I'm
You know what?
usually all for talking, but I don't think it is a particularly good idea to talk to
Alright, fine.
creatures like that.
Alright.
They seem to be set to a task, and if no one's been here for a long time, they've been doing it for quite a while.
I'm pretty sure
Unless-
demons are dead.
Unless the cultists have the power to summon something like that, and in which case we'd be somewhat worried. How far away are they from the stump?
From the stump, like one of them is probably like 10 feet away, and then the others are just sort of 20 and 15. Like they're not,
Okay.
you know.
Anything area of effect, I didn't want to affect the stump. I still have, a few jars of, a few pots of oil or something from our previous adventures, and our jar of antacid. If we could catch several of them, but I don't really want to damage the stump.
An antacid.
Yep.
Sounds like a good shout. How about I go in there, shout, and try and draw them close, and then you do a
Try to-
tossy toss.
With the antacid.
Yeah, with the antacid.
Sure.
Acid tubs, you motherfucker.
It's got a chalky taste.
I mean, would you like to do it, or maybe Lenore?
You want me to, like, yell and run, or you want me to, like, stand and toss?
I mean, you're very good at yelling and running, and rather good in combat, not getting hit. Especially.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I know you have AC 19, but she has AC 22/24, and can, monk dodge. So, you could go if you wish.
I really just want to say the line that I just came up with to the
Okay.
demons, if I'm honest.
If you want to risk yourself for.
Jade, as long as you promise to say, hey, dudes, let's make a deal. Get the fuck out, and I won't kill you. And
Yes.
I'll be happy.
Yes.
I want to make a deal with you. Get the fuck out. We won't kill you. Go be a big damn hero.
So I'm gonna saunter in there.
Are you healed up, by the way? You haven't healed your.
That's how good it got.
You've only got 68 hit points.
I'm fine, don't worry, I got this.
Okay. Did you roll? That's all you got with it. Okay.
Was it short rest? Duh.
I didn't roll all my hit dice in case we have to do another short rest at another point in time in this adventure.
Sure. Okay.
I'm conserving resources.
I'm back to full
Anyway.
because I wasn't very hurt, but
Yeah, I was pretty hurt.
I should have.
So I'm gonna saunter in there. Make
So,
sure I have
Did
Can
we
you
level
keep
up since last time, or do I just have really low hit points?
We haven't leveled up yet.
We're level 8.
Yeah, okay. So that you're all in the 80s, and I'm like 64. I'm like, okay.
Do you have a D6 as a warlock rather than a D8 like the rest of us?
No, it's a D8 for a warlock. But my con is 19.
Oh, my con is 12. That makes sense.
Okay, I have 16 con, so...
Same.
Okay, that makes sense then. Squishy little man. Sorry, I've only just noticed it now that I have a drastically lower HP than the rest of you.
Yeah, mine is just way above what it normally is because I have an amulet of health
Oh,
that is boosting me up to a 19. So otherwise my con would be a 13.
Cool. Sorry, I just noticed it just now, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So I'm gonna saunter in there. Make sure I have the demon's attention. And I'm going to say, alright, I have a fucking deal for you. Piss off, and we won't kick you in the fucking face. And what
Yeah,
if-
that's right. Piss off, demons.
and when they... Yeah,
Do you say that in common?
yes.
Okay. There are 6 pairs of eyes looking at you, and they all seem confused. I mean, 3 pairs of eyes, 6 eyes looking at you, and they all seem very confused.
Guys, I think it's working. I think they're thinking about it. Maybe they're confused.
Do you speak Infernal?
No.
Roll initiative.
I was gonna say Tanith is gonna start cursing at them in Celestial, but like Celestial doesn't have curse words, so it's all like
Yeah,
your
like, I
mother
have to-
smells very
So,
unpleasant.
I know. I was like, I can speak at them. I can yell at them in Celestial if you want me to.
You're a less than savory individual.
23.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberry. 7 for Tanith.
15.
I got 24.
Yeah, you did.
Because +8.
Because A vowels. The shit.
15 for Fitz, was it?
15, yes. 1-5.
Away. Natural 20 for them, but, you know,
Son of a dick.
that's not very nice, Liam.
That could be worse.
This is the worst plan we've ever had. And I routinely get burnt by antacid and snails.
We're going to wait before them, so they're not going to run at you anyway. You might
I'm
have
just-
the acid.
I'm just gonna nope out of there.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
Aval, you're up first.
That was the plan.
You see these 3 creatures charging towards Lenore, fury in their eyes.
So, my jar of acid, what is the likelihood of me being able to hit 2 of the 3 of them and not a stump?
That is very possible. The way I see it, there is a stump here and one next to it, and there are 2 more here and here. So
Very well. Is it too dangerous to try and go for the bad guy as well, or does it not? Does the acid not go that far?
you wouldn't be able to get that much. I don't think.
Okay. Then I am going to whip around the corner and, in a beautiful arc, hopefully, over Lenore, smash acid all over these alabaster snake demons. So, Dex, without proficiency, probably.
Indeedy, yeah.
That is a 19.
Okay, yeah. You managed to hit them. Now, I'm not sure how much damage it did off the top of my head.
I don't think we ever like clarified mechanically, but I
Hmm.
picked up some of that acid and gave some of it to Cosmic.
Yeah,
and,
it
and
did.
kept some of it.
It did do 3d6 when it used it, so I will let you do 3d6.
Okay. I don't know if they make any saves or anything, but did it have any other effects? Or
No, just
no?
acid damage.
Okay. 12.
12.
It doesn't happen to melt some of those wicked great swords or whatever they had, long swords.
Afraid not.
Oh.
But two of them, I don't have mine. Yeah, their attacks seem vaguely magical. But yeah, you see the acid like lands on two of them, significantly hurting them. It seems.
I am going to use the bonus action to ignite the flame tongue rapier and step out. And perhaps coordinating with Lenore if she's like moving to the closest one. I will also move to that one, so we are both on that one. She's going next, hopefully.
Sure. But yeah, Lenore, you're up.
Alright. I warned you. An attack. Alright. That is going to be a 27 and a 12 with my sword.
27 hits.
Alright. And then a bonus action, another 27 with my unarmed strike.
Yeah, hits.
The sword is 12 points of damage. And the unarmed strike is 9 points of damage on the closest one to me.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big hit, and he kind of lets out this sort of screech of pain, and like kind of stumbles back. As a reaction, it is going to use its vicious reprisal and make a bite attack against you. But that's only a 13 to hit, so it misses. And then on its turn, it's going to leap forward and try and take a swing with its sword and another bite. This bite is a 23 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right. So yeah, you just kind of rebuff its kind of slightly more clumsy attacks pretty easily. The second one, I think you're the only one within range, so it's going to charge forward to get you. With the sword, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
A natural 20.
Yep.
And a natural 8. Oh no, and it gets 2 attacks. My apologies. The natural 20 was on the bite though, so that's okay. So you take. This one. You take 11 slashing from the sword attack, and you take 9 piercing and 8 cold damage as it bites into you and like
4 cold damage.
Sure. As it like rips into your flesh.
What? That's actually hella useful.
Yeah. the last one is, because you're the only one here, is going to run up and attack you similarly.
I would point out that I said I did move up with her.
Oh yes,
So
yes,
if you
yes,
wanted
yes.
to attack someone else, you
Yeah.
could, or you could just put them all on.
I'm gonna do
the
that,
door.
and it's gonna attack you recklessly. I'm glad I did that.
hold on.
It rolled
Eval,
two fives. That's the third 5 I've rolled in a row. If this one's a 5, I'm quitting D&D. This is 17. So
Against me.
yeah.
That is exactly what you need.
Oh, that was a natural 17. It's like a 23.
Well, that's exactly what you need just from the rolling.
So you take 5 piercing and 4 cold damage as it snaps down on you. And it is Fitz's go.
I'm a pew pew the healthiest one.
Oh, I'm dodging it. Sorry, uncanny reaction, stupid thing. Uncanny dodge for half damage. Now you can go Fitz.
I'm a pew pew the healthiest looking one. With Eldritch Blast.
Sure, that'd be the one at the back.
Yeah, that's 24. And 14.
24 hits.
Cool. He shoots. He scores with 14 damage right into the back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell at him. Just
What
no
do you
words.
say?
Just yelling.
Just yelling. Sure.
Like cat yowling.
Precisely. Exactly like that.
Tanner.
Okay. There's 3 of these dudes all piled up against her friend. She's going to come up and baseball bat swing at the weakest looking one.
Sure.
It's a 19 on the die.
Hit.
Plus. Yeah, okay. And it's a d6 on the Lightbringer. Don't suppose they're undead, are they?
Nope. Right, no.
Okay. Waited a really long time to answer. I was starting to get hopeful. That is a 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then with her bonus action, she's going to cast Sanctuary on Lenore.
Nice.
Also, your map went
Oh, yeah. That was 'cause
cattywampus.
there's a cat walking on it.
That's my go. And Tanith is up and trying to distract.
Okay. Right, Bunty, you need to get the fuck out. Abel.
Yay! The one that bit him is going to face his reprisal. He reckless, so I get advantage.
Indeed.
Excellent. Roll. Roll. Unfortunately, no crit, but that is an 18 on the dice, plus 8. For many. Some of those dice. Some of those dice. That was rather low. 12 damage plus the sneak of another 13, 25. For the flame tongue rapier pierces his sneaky form.
Yeah.
Does he not enjoy it, sir?
He does not. He's looking very rough at this point. And very near death.
Some of that was fire. Does that matter for these?
Oh yes it does actually.
I thought it might. Just occurred to me. Luckily I rolled fairly pathetic on that. So take it down to something like 22 damage, because I honestly only rolled about
Sure.
3 or something.
He looks
3 or 4
great,
damage. Uh,
never better.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I have very little to do. Nope, don't think I have anything really. I'll skirt around into a better position if I can without leaving combat, but beyond
Sure.
that, that's that.
I like it. Okay.
Attack, attack.
Attack, attack. Do so.
Yeah. 24 to hit, and a 17 to hit with the sword, and a 15 to hit with the unarmed strike.
3 hits.
3 hits.
3 hits?
They're not very heavily armored demon snake creatures.
They're entirely naked.
Oh, right.
25 damage from my sword,
Grief.
and 11 points of damage from my unarmed strike.
Oh, 25 combined. Right.
Yes. Sorry.
Describe how you
I
kill
was
him.
like, that's a big hit.
2 quick slashes across the torso, and then a roundhouse kick to the face. Promise to kick him in the face.
Kick him in the face. Okay. I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, he just crumples. And his colleagues seem mightily pissed.
Fantastic.
And they will one will swing for you and one will swing for Avel. All reckless.
Make a wisdom save to attack me.
Okay, yeah.
You dropped that because you attacked.
Oh, that's true.
They all miss
You
except one natural 20.
And who's that on?
That's just the ones on Lenore, and it was a bite again. So you're gonna take 8 piercing and 9 cold, so 4 cold, and then the ones on Aval. That's gonna be a Defa miss. And it's a natural 19 plus some number of for 4 piercing and 3 cold.
Very well.
And
Dodge! Because it's the only attack that came my way, I guess, that actually connected,
Mhm.
so...
and then Fitz, you go.
It's the pew time. One was a natural 1,
That's not.
and the other one, I had a funny feeling. And the other is, it's a 14 on the die plus 9, which I'm assuming hits.
It does.
23.
Thank you. Oh, getting good damage rolls though. 13 force in the back. 2.
Sure thing. Tanith.
Tanith is going to let's see. Do Word of Radiance and ask that you roll me a Constitution save for the creature in front of her.
Sure. 11.
That's a failure, so it's going to take 9 points of radiant damage. And hold on. What is level 8? I'm supposed to get something, right? For my attacks, or is that 10?
As being a cleric.
Yeah. Divine. Oh, my last strike was supposed to do. I've been forgetting this entire time. 6 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, very nice.
So 15, if we just want to add that onto this, even though it wasn't my mace.
Yeah.
15 points of damage.
It has 15 hit points left, so why don't you describe how you kill it?
Okay, so yeah, like this time, instead of swinging her mace, she just does like a Fusroda shout of divine energy. And it's just there's something in celestial that yeah, it's a Fusroda shout and burns away. It's like Fusroda and just
I love it. So there's one remaining, and it is Avel's turn.
Cool. I believe in Celestial, although I actually know Celestial, I believe in that in Celestial it's actually like, screw off you assholes, or you butthole.
It's piss off demon.
Piss off ghosts. And it, so strong that you do radiant damage. So,
Piss off!
you really mean it. I am going to stab this guy. He reckless, so I rolled the dice twice. Oh, 19. The last one was an 18. No crit. But I then give him the pointy end.
Hey.
With much better damage dice than I did before. 15. That is 20 from the initial hit with the fire and stuff. And then the sneak on top. That is 29. 35.
Jesus. He is just about still alive.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, good grief.
just about.
Okay. I put him through with the entire rapier and then pull it out, thinking he's dead, and then he hisses at me. Oh, will you just die?
Oh, for goodness sake, have some decency.
Attack.
Attack. Go for it.
Well, that sucks. So the swords are going to be.
They reckless.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the best on that one is a 15
Hits.
to hit. And then a 26.
Hits.
And then a 16.
16 hits. Why don't you just go ahead and describe how you kill it? That thing's fucked.
So Ava was like, "Why won't you die?" And he's just like standing there, and Lenore just walks up and is like, "I think I can help you with that," and then just quick slash across the throat.
I like it.
Yep.
And you watch as
Thank you very much.
these things fall before you dead, and the room becomes still once more.
Are actual corpses left, or did they kind of, turn to dust or
Snake
whatever?
corpses remain.
Corpse. Can I rifle the snake corpse?
You may. They aren't wearing anything, so
But they had wicked long swords or
they
something.
do have wicked ass longswords.
There's no symbol accompanying them, or branding them, or...
No symbol you can see.
No.
Whereas on the hilt it just says "Made in Taiwan."
Where is this hellish place?
Yeah, they're pretty
Do it-
straightforward.
Do the swords look of value, like academically,
They are well-made
and or
swords, but
monetarily?
they're well-made swords, but they are just swords, as far as you can tell. You don't think anyone
but-
would have any particular interest in them?
There's no collectors in the capital that likes it. things from other extra planar things or anything like that?
There's certainly potential for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. They don't have to be, magical +1 swords or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
He just thinks, academically people might want to study
Yeah.
the swords of snake demons or something. So
Snake demons.
The swords of snake demons sounds like a.
Swords are freaking cool.
I was just gonna say it. Sounds like something one of Rob's metal bands would name one of their albums.
it's very true.
Swords of snake demons.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to collect some of those, or all of them, for study.
Once
Okay.
once
For
he's done that,
science!
Fitz is
Sorry.
gonna
Oh, Jesus.
pick up all the corpses and move them into a corner away from the stump.
Hanneth is gonna investigate the stump.
Okay. It appears to be still alive. It's very strange. Like somehow growing, even though there's no water. And you can see like the leaves aren't perfect. Like they are a little going a little brown. They are like a little sort of they're thirsty. They're struggling, but resolutely not dying.
Okay. She's gonna get some water out of her canteen and pour some water over it.
Okay. So as you do, the stump kind of like begins to swell slightly and grow, and it sort of begins growing upwards and outwards, kind of twisting open like the flowers, or the petals of a flower, revealing like something kind of glowing at its heart. You see this like long kind of thin wooden staff inlaid with like several kind of images of plants and ferns and trees and bushes and all that sort of thing, like feathers wrapped in string around it, that has kind of been held by this tree as though the tree were a chest.
Can I reach in and take it?
You can.
Hey, look, guys, I found something cool.
It's a stick.
It's a very fancy stick. This looks like a man of ferns stick.
Perhaps it will help him regain his memories.
Yeah.
Might. I had a small thought, just with the stick and everything. Maybe before we leave, we could try it in the hands of the statue upstairs?
Yeah. It sounds like a good idea, actually.
If it doesn't do anything, of course we can take it to the Man of Ferns whenever we see him, potentially, or convince that angelic figure to take us. But maybe we could just see if the statue is reunited by it or empowers it in some way. I don't know.
That's a very good thought. Let's go do that now before we forget.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Tanith is going to clap a shoulder on Lenore and give her a little bit of healing, because she took a couple of crits there.
Yeah.
just a couple. Just a few. 13, and then don't I get isn't it more than that? Oh. Creature gains additional hit B 2 plus the spell's level. So 13 plus, I cast it at a second level, so 13 plus 17 altogether. It's not a whole lot, but I'm running low on spell slots. I'm trying to conserve. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm being very reckless.
Okay. Yeah. I have a lot of hit points. Let me run it every once in a while. like no damage the last 3 fights. Let something hit me.
I mean, I can't help it that I have a punchable face.
Very true.
Universally so, it seems. If snake demons want to do it.
I know.
Snake demons do it. People do it. Everyone.
I mean, we
with
did
the
warn them,
fist
though.
does it. Let's punch her. Let's punch Lenore. Sorry, I'm a little giddy today.
That's
okay.
right. We'll
we
go
go
ahead
upstairs.
and yeah, I was gonna say we'll go ahead and end it there.
Sure?
Yeah, just
Okay,
before
then.
see you lose your mind.
Aw,
Okay.
no, I'm
No,
fine.
I'm not. It's not actually because that. It's because I'm really tired
Okay.
and I want to do
Okay, okay.
the next scene justice. So.
You want,
No, it's
Ooh.